what's going on. On this first sheet, these are just really bullet points. The rest is for you to look at, research, see what you think. What we've learned is the first thing, the parcel that we're considering rezoning to R2 is not R1. There is a map here that shows, and you can look at it, it's AG1. Also, I don't know if this is true or not, but Mr. Vincent, are you wanting to change this from the entire 19 acres to 2 acres?
Yes, just doing the end on Chapel Street. It's like 2.23 acres, and then the rest is going to remain AG1 17.83.
Okay. So since the acreage has been decreased and not increased, we don't have to start over with the process since we're just amending it. And just as an aside, the residents on Marion Avenue are no longer within the 300 feet of possible rezoning. So we've included in here the articles, Article 4 for residential districts, and Article 6, Section 6.01 for agricultural districts. And these are our current zoning ordinances. It's a lot to read and a lot to digest, so I just put some main bullet points in here for you to consider. In AG1, the lot width must be a minimum of 100 feet, just like it is with R1, okay? Manufactured homes are allowed in AG1 with a special exception, but not allowed in R2. They can't get a special exception. And just to let everybody know, the precedent has already been set. The special exception has been granted many times in the past. So it usually is passed if they ask for it. In R2, the lot width is a minimum of 75 feet. Duplexes are allowed in R2. However, the lot width for duplex is a minimum of 80 feet. And the lots proposed here are 75 feet. So that means there would not be any duplexes built. So what we're looking at is taking it from the AG1 to R2, which is more restrictive, not less restrictive, as it would be when we're taking it from R1 to R2. Does anybody have a question about that? Okay, I was told that all the people within the 300 feet have signed off saying that they do not have a problem. Thank you. Okay, so this says, I, Tim Vincent of 432 Marion Avenue, own 19 acres that run behind my residence to Chapel Street that is currently zoned AG1. I wish to rezone the portion that fronts Chapel Street from AG1 to R2 to allow subdivision of 8 lots along Chapel Street. We wish to build single-family dwellings on these lots. The minimum lot width in an R2 zone is 75 feet. To get 8 lots, they will need to be 75 foot wide. The R2 zone does not allow duplexes to be built on 75 foot lots. The requirement for duplexes to be built on lots is 80 feet. Even with rezoning, the requirements to build duplexes will not be met, thus ensuring it will only be single-family dwellings. Then we have 10 signatures. Any questions about that? Let's keep.
She's
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, with all those statements, does anybody have anything to add or any questions? Our purpose as a planning commission is to follow the master plan of the city and to protect the neighborhoods. And we need to decide today if taking it from AG1 to R2 is going to preserve the neighborhood that it's in.
If no other discussion, I'd like to make a motion, Madam Chairman, that we make a recommendation to the council to rezone property on Chapel Street from AG one to R two to accommodate a subdivision in single-family dwelling on 75 feet wide lots, passed by the following, to the roll call.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, so now what's gonna happen next is this is gonna carry on
You
to
need to do
the
a roll
city
call
council.
vote, Madam Chair.
Roll call vote.
Jane McGee,
Here.
no, vote. Tim Heigl,
Yay.
Lawrence McGee,
Yes.
Nancy McKay,
Yes.
Philip Morris,
Yes.
Lee Perryman,
Yes.
Julie Sanders,
Yes.
Jeff Turner,
Yes.
Tara Douglas,
Yes.
Okay, so the next steps are, this will go to city council for approval. We'll send a letter to them. If there's nothing else, we're going to have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion, I'll second the motion then.
And thank you for attending. You can take those papers home and look at them and study them, so you get a better idea of what we did here today. Now, before we start the regular meeting, if everybody wants to go upstairs so we have room to spread out, would that be okay? You got room to work? Okay.